Ethiopian military chief Field Marshal Berhanu Jula threatened Eritrea today. One of the strongest speeches by the military chief. Without mentioning Eritrea, he said a lot. All his talk was directed at the neighboring country Eritrea. Eritrea accuses Ethiopia of provoking Eritrea of trying to annex Eritrean sovereign territories. What did Berhanu Jula, the military chief, say? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Good to be with you. Earlier in the day, I announced that I'll host a live chat tonight and I will break exclusive news about procurement of special weapons by the Ethiopian military. I'm working on it. Hopefully, tonight or tomorrow, I'll break this news. Coming back to this video, Jula did not mince any matters today. Jula unequivocally, directly threatened Eritrea today. Jula was addressing a military gathering. Ethiopia military celebrated 118th Army Day. 118th National Defense Force Day was celebrated. Main ceremony was organized in Bishoftu, and you know that in Bishoftu there is Ethiopian Air Force base too. And there, General Jula delivered a fiery speech. People say that Jula is going to be replaced. A few months ago, there were rumors that Jula was going to be replaced. And some channels were promoted. After that, it led to start of speculation that Jula could be replaced. But the way Jula promotes Ethiopian government's policies, defends Ethiopian government's policies, I don't think that they can find, the government people can find a better alternative to Jula. To the extent of statements, he is way ahead of PP leaders. Whatever PM says, Jula follows, Jula implements. Why will the Prime Minister of Ethiopia replace Jula? Hard for me to believe that Jula is going to be sidelined. Perhaps Abiy cannot find a more loyal general, a general more loyal to Abiy's manifesto than Jula is. Anyway, Jula made 4 points in his fiery speech in Bishoftu today. Firstly, he said that the priorities of Ethiopia are 3: peace, development, and sea access. So sea access is one of top 3 priorities of the Ethiopian government. By the way, the government has not been able to achieve at least 2 targets. No peace, no sea access, and even development is controversial. The development which this government is showing is restricted to urban areas, restricted to Addis Ababa. It's not that entire Ethiopia has been modernized. No, basically, Addis Ababa's face has been changed. But this transformation is nowhere to be seen in the Afar region, in far off areas of Somali region. There maybe the progress is being made in agriculture sector, but no development in terms of infrastructure development there. So 3 priorities of the government are peace, development, and the sea access. Access to sea is such an important issue that now it is being called one of 3 main priorities, which is alarming, by the way. It means that it's one of the top priorities of the government. Secondly, Jula's second point was very alarming. He said, we are in a position. Military is in a position to prove its ownership of sea. What does it mean? Basically, Jula said that the Ethiopian National Defense Force has the capability to gain access to sea. We should not be challenged. We should not be denied sea access. We'll be forced to take what is ours. We have the right to gain access to sea. We have the capability. We have the resources, but we want it through dialogue. It's a message definitely for Eritrea from Ethiopian channel. The Ethiopian military is in a position to take control of Assab anytime, but military is trying the option of negotiations. It should not be seen as a weakness of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. By the way, Ethiopian generals are underestimating Eritrea. They think that their military is in a position to take over Assab anytime, and EDF won't be able to stop Ethiopian military. Third point mentioned by Jula is more alarming. He said 2 million people cannot deprive 200 million from access to the sea. He said in the next 10 years, Ethiopian population will reach around 200 million. Which 2 million people are preventing 200 million from gaining sea access? Obviously, Jula was talking about Eritrea. And the man deliberately said that the Eritrean population is 2 million. People say, by the way, Eritrean critics, that Eritreans have been fleeing the country, and almost half of the population has fled. Some say Eritrean population is over 5 million. Others say no, it's way below 5 million because people are fleeing. International uh, agencies have no access to Eritrea. They're not allowed to be part of consensus there. Eritrea always exaggerates its population figures. So Jula basically says that 2 million Eritreans are depriving 200 million Ethiopians from sea access. It won't happen. By the way, Jula announced a few months ago to build 2 million Ethiopian army. He said Ethiopia needs to have 2 million ENDF soldiers and officers, if you remember. And lastly, Jula claimed that the Ethiopian government is moving in the right direction towards peace and development, but the historical enemies of Ethiopia are obstructing this march towards peace and development. Why is that peace and development is being seen by PP leaders only? Why is that the general population, majority of population, finds it difficult to see transformative uh, revolution in the fields of peace and development in Ethiopia? Is Ethiopia more peaceful today than it was in 2017? Uh, has it developed more than it was before Abiy came to power? I think security situation isn't undergone a sea change. Rather, entire regions have been destabilized. Entire Tigray destabilized. Large parts of Amhara destabilized. Parts of Oromia destabilized. Roads are not safe to travel along. So where is the peace which Jula is talking about? The prosperity which Jula talked about is the claim by the government. If you look at the lives of people, are people more comfortable? Are the number of poor in Ethiopia have decreased? I don't think so. Rather, World Bank, I think, published a report a few days ago and said that poverty percentage has risen in Ethiopia. But Jula says that peace and development, the Ethiopian government, Ethiopian people are on the path of peace and development, but historical enemies are obstructing. Who are the historical enemies? Whenever these Ethiopian leaders talk about historical enemies, they mean Egypt, they mean Eritrea, and maybe some Arab countries. So Jula was all criticism against Eritrea in his speech today. I think Eritrean side will respond in coming hours. Thanks for watching.